Wow. This tell-all is giving me life. Let's get started. It's tell-all number 2.
I have looked back and I've dissected my relationship with Robin.
Okay, you guys know I have not been very into Sister Wives this season. Many people have been like, why aren't you talking about it? Like, it was a big thing on your channel last year, and I just could not get into it. I couldn't fake it, and yet this tell-all is everything to me. I finally feel like some of the wives are starting to get real, and I see a lot of that here in this episode, tell-all number 2. First and foremost, now this happens at the end of the episode, so I'm sure we'll hear more about it next time. I was shocked to hear Christine finally come out and say, like, yeah, Robin is kind of a little bit dramatic.
Her personality type loves drama. They love drama. They love talking about their drama.
Okay, now for me, this is the first time I'm really hearing like other sister wives start to call out all of Robin's sobbing, right? Like, we've all been talking about it out in the normal public, like what's going on with her. And finally, we have a sister wife being like, yeah, it's a lot.
Sorry, I don't know how to let this go. And this isn't me just being dramatic. Thank you, Christine.
Yeah, Christine, you want to see Robin being dramatic? Well, take a look at this clip.
Coming from a broken family myself, and having a stepfather become my daddy, embracing me as his daughter also.
Yes, it's true. Robin's been through an awful lot, and I just thank God for Daddy Cody Brown, who swept in on a big white horse, grabbed Robin out of her Cinderella lifestyle, and ensured that she would finally get that big mansion up on the hill near Coyote Pass. So, you see, Christine, she has reason to cry. It's her party, and she'll cry if she wants to.
Sorry.
It's her family to ruin, and she'll cry if she wants to.
Does he feel betrayed because Janelle is friends with you?
Yes. And I'm like, well, buddy, this is what jealousy looks like.
Okay, so a big part of the second part of the tell-all is kind of like people talking about how their lives are now. That's one of the reasons why I really like it, is because it's clearly happening like closer to today. And they're sort of going over how the relationships have really fractured.
But that's all she's interested in.
He loves his peck so much that I'm like, I don't know, you love him so much now.
So you just
And yeah, well, Cody, he's less focused on like the fractured relationships in the family and more focused on making us all aware of like how absolutely stunning his body is. That's like a big part of what he wants to bring up and talk about with Suki.
felt like a resource? You just
I feel like a piece of meat.
Did you guys just have great sex?
Look at that face. You know, this makes perfect sense to me. I've always said this, like, I find Janelle to just be absolutely gorgeous, and I believe she would be an incredibly warm and soft body to spend time with when you have to live in a trailer with 2 other wives. Like, can you imagine how things were in the beginning? I mean, people have said that Janelle taught him a thing or two. So, I mean, you know, Cody wants to keep bringing it back to this and how amazing he is. But I think we really all know that it's Janelle who was the amazing one.
I don't know why Mary hasn't laughed before now. I would have.
We're getting a little bit more information about Mary's reality as well, because I don't think we've really been hearing the real deal about what's going on with her. Let's just be honest about that. This relationship has long been over. I already went over the ring thing, but we're going to talk a little bit more about it here.
What did you think about the whole ring thing?
I don't know. I don't feel like it's all the way my place, but here we are. So Cody and Mary had a wedding ring.
Yeah, and the story goes that when Robin came into the family, Cody decided to recycle, melt down that wedding ring, keep the gold, keep the diamonds, and then do something else with it. And he said it was because he didn't want Mary to have a hold or a claim on him anymore. So that sounds like the ending of a relationship to me. Let's hear what Cody has to say.
And it was over here, and my wedding ring was on, and I just went, those relationships are over.
Okay, then this is the part where I really did finally feel something for Mary, because she comes forward and she's like, I was forced into saying this and I can't believe Christine did it, but okay, I'll talk about it if I have to. I mean, it was going to be in my book eventually, but now just to get you guys interested in the next season, let me let you know what really happened with that amazing ring I gave to Cody so long ago. And it does get really emotional. Let's take a listen.
It was not Christine's business to tell. She can laugh about it all she wants, but it was not her business to tell.
Okay, so for starters, the show, Suki and the family, they're doing a great job of keeping the focus on having the wives all fight amongst themselves and never blame Cody for anything and never see that this has to do with Cody. It's not Christine versus Mary. No. They always keep it the women are fighting amongst each other. So here we have Mary. She's really angry at Christine.
If I wanted to have shared that story in the last 13 years, in a public way, I would have done that. She doesn't get to come on here and tell my story.
Because they set it up so that Christine would be the one. Suki asks her. Christine is the one who is kind of just so that you guys know, there's this whole background story where Cody took Mary's ring and melted it down. Well, guess what, Mary? We all knew about it because you told your catfish. Your catfish came out and talked about it all over Reddit, wrote a book about it. We all knew already. But of course, for Mary, she's got to blame it on Christine. That's the way the cookie crumbles in this family.
So right around the time that Robin came into the family, and I cannot remember if she was married or if they were dating. I want to say that they were just dating or courting. And he had kind of talked about.
Now we're going to hear later from Robin, who has a completely different take on what actually happened here. Of course.
Cody had kind of talked about not wearing the wedding ring that I gave to him anymore. And it was right around that same time.
And yet, Mary still had no idea that Cody wasn't completely devoted to their relationship and fully in love with her.
He had told me that he did not want me to have claim on him. He didn't think that it was fair that I had claim on him. And so his way of doing that was to melt down the wedding ring.
So weird. And I feel like we do need more information about this. When exactly did it happen? So are you saying that at the moment he met Robin, he's like, you know what? I don't think it's good for me to wear this wedding ring anymore, Mary. We really need to know. And Mary's not going to tell us all of it.
That was a symbol. That was a sign of our marriage and our commitment. And he melted it down.
And, it's clear that this relationship has long been over. It is sad for Mary, and I'm starting to see a different side of what's been going on here.
Who's to say that he didn't just melt down our whole relationship in that moment? Symbolically, that's what he did to me.
Okay, being a little bit more serious here because it really calls for it. It's given me a whole different feeling about Mary. I feel like I really can't trust what I've seen on the screen and what I've come to accept as likely being Mary's reality. I think that we've been fed something so different than what was actually going on with these people behind the scenes. It sounds like there has been a long ride on the struggle bus for Mary in this relationship with Cody.
Because I remember asking him, if you're not going to wear it, can I just have it? Can I keep it? Oh no, I melted it down. I didn't want you to have any claim on me.
Whereas in the beginning, like in season 1, when I've gone back and done the autopsy, it's sort of like Mary was acting like this was such an amazing, wonderful, vibrant time for her, bringing Robin into the family, and things are like going so well. And now we're really hearing like it almost sounds like that was the end of her relationship with Cody.
It was a very, very painful situation. This thing with Cody telling me that I didn't have any claim on him or on our marriage, and him melting down like a symbol, like a very important symbol of our marriage, happened.
And that he stopped investing in her in any way, shape, and form. So what have we really been watching for 18 seasons?
Probably 7 years prior to the catfishing. And I spent those 7 years trying to like be in this relationship with Cody that he did not want to be in with me.
It's funny though. They also ask Robin about the ring, and this is what she has to say.
But then he melted down the gold ring that Mary had given him when you came into.
No, he had done that before I came along.
Okay.
It's quite different from what everyone else says about this ring, the story that everyone else has to tell.
It wasn't when I came in the family. It was way before that, because he wasn't wearing a wedding.
Robin's flat out like, what are you talking about? Cody never had a ring and melted it down when I came into the family. That happened long before I came along. I wasn't the cause of that or anything else in this family at all. I didn't cause anything. I affect no one around me in any way but a positive way, guys. That ring was long gone before I got there. Cody wasn't wearing any wedding ring when I met him, and that was in no way a red flag. You know, I definitely didn't look around and say like, it's weird that he's married to all these people telling me he has a very strong commitment. He's a loving and wonderful husband and he'll be the same to me, but he's not wearing any kind of wedding ring, and an alarm never went off for me. Not at all.
Here, and my wedding ring was on, and I just went, those relationships are over.
From my other videos, like I've made it perfectly apparent that Cody Brown, he was never given enough jewelry. He did not have enough jewels gifted to him from his wives, and that's been an ongoing problem in his life, like over and over again. And for some reason, Mary, Christine, Janelle, they don't get it.
I don't know why he hates his life so much, but that's really sad. I've never heard him say that, but it shows.
But in this part of the tell-all, Cody just makes it obvious that he also had to get another new ring, a gold, weird horse, wacko ring, with Robin as well. And he just wants us all to know, like, it's really no big deal. So shut up about it. Like, stop talking about it and just make sure he gets more money. Cha-ching-ching.
So much about your relationship with Janelle.
Yeah.
Did you just have Did you guys just have great sex?
Okay, you'll see this again right now because they just keep emphasizing it, like, over and over and over again. It's like they want to make that the storyline or something. I mean, are they going to get back together? It's like, just a part of me is wondering, like, are they setting something up in a narrative here? Like, is Janelle's next foray into business going to be like starting an OnlyFans page or something? Because they're really setting her up as a sex symbol.
I'm going to ask that.
No,
because
I'm
if
not,
you're saying I was just a piece of meat.
I won't answer that question. That's not what it is. These are loving relationships.
Yeah.
Sex is part of it, but that's not a focus.
But was it a physical relationship where you both were just attracted to each other?
No, there was a...
And I'm here for it. But of course, Cody, he has to tamp that down a little bit because he doesn't want Robin to see this and then be like, so you told Suki that you had great sex with Janelle? Like, really, Cody? You want me to throw away my gold horse ring that you gave me? Or do you want more rings from me, Cody? Because if you do, you better act like you never gave a shit about any of those women.
I don't know. She asked to be in the family, whatever, for what reasons she thought was in this, but it was...
Because she loved you?
No, she was attracted to me. I know she wasn't in love with me.
Wait a minute. A woman not in love with Cody Brown? Did you show her your abs? And that could have been the problem. Like, he did not get undressed in front of her, and once he did, like, it all came together.
most people fall in love first, right? Physically, they
Yeah.
look at each other compatibly. You guys had the spiritual covenant between the two of you.
There was definitely physical compatibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like, okay,
Ooh, Janelle's not pulling any punches. She's like, yeah, like I taught him a few things in bed and then, you know, things started going well for us. We had a lot of kids, if you know what I mean. Like, Janelle, you would be an amazing representative of the Sister Wives on OnlyFans. Like, girl, there's like a whole, there's just like a whole audience out there for you. And I know that you're, you know, a serious, down to earth, going camping, kind of girl, but like there's a place for that on OnlyFans. So you should really check it out. You would finally be the most rich sister wife of them all. Okay, guys, I actually have to go. It's getting late and I promised my kids that we would put up some Christmas lights together. Like, say a prayer for me because I'm going to be climbing up on a ladder and it is not going to be easy. But I will be back tomorrow with the second part of this review of the Sister Wives Tell All. Thank you so much for joining me here tonight, guys. I hope you'll join me again as we head down another rabbit hole.